Hi everyone, my name's Donkey and today we're back on the RTS project. So in the last video I think we did a little bit of cleaning up. In this video we're gonna follow in a similar sort of fashion. The only reason why I've decided to do this is because we've basically come to what I think is a little bit of a stopping point in terms of what we've currently done. So I think that everything that we've currently done, I apologize for that, is kind of polished to the point where it's fine. It doesn't mean to say that we're finished though. Normally I would kind of finish a series here at a point where it's quite nice and complete, but I don't think we're quite there yet. And the reason I don't think that is because we have not done our unit separation properly. It's not working very well. So if I spawn another unit, I select these, all sorts of weird glitches happen. It's not okay. So we need to definitely fix that, and that's going to be one of my priorities. And then after that, I'm not really sure what I want to do. So some ideas there would be good. I'm thinking maybe making some bigger and more realistic RTS rooms, something along those lines maybe. Maybe some sort of progression system. I'm not really sure. We'll kind of see how we go with that. But for the moment, we're just going to work on this unit separation thing. What we're going to be doing in this video, as I say, we're going to be a little bit of cleaning up and a little bit of kind of preparation for the next video. So we did have a lot of problems. So that probably means that we've got more than one issue somewhere along the lines. And the problem with having more than one issue is that we've got to find every single issue, and each issue can be hard to find because the other issues affect it. So to do this, or to help do this, we're going to put in some debugging things now, so that when we do it in the next video we can pick up on errors as we come across them quite easily. So what we're going to do to start with is, I don't know if you remember a while back, we actually had a number above our player which said how many units there are, and in fact if you watch the lines around it you can kind of see the lines moving where the 3 is going. We're just going to make that so that that's at the front. I think it's here. Overlay then. Maybe not the overlay. Not entirely sure where we've put it now. It would have made sense to put it in here, but I guess things don't normally make sense when we're doing bad code. Here it is. Okay, so what we want to do is draw set. Not sure we want to actually do draw set. We want to control the what's it called? Completely forgotten what it is. What's it called? The ordering? That's not the right word. The depth, I think. So it used to be here. I'm not entirely sure anymore. Not that. Nope, not that either. And not events. So maybe depth is no longer a thing. Or maybe it is in the room. I've got a feeling it is. Instances. Which one is it? Controller. Let's change the controller depth to -1. So that should make it in front of everything. And now we can no longer see anything. We can no longer see our player. That's probably not the right thing to do then. So in fact, I don't like the system that we've put in here. So we're going to just change the whole thing, I think. So we take this. Get rid of that. Object unit. I'm just going to chuck it in the draw event here. This is of course not going to be great because we're going to have loads of units, so or in this case we're going to have 3, so there's going to be 3 threes all kind of laid on top of each other. But that's fine, because as long as they're laid on top of each other, it's kind of alright. It's a little bit tricky to say whether that's okay or not, but we'll leave it at that for the moment. We'll probably go on to it eventually we will take it out. The only reason I'm putting it there is so that it gives us some sort of indication. So for the moment I'm just going to put 1. So every unit is going to have a 1 over the top of it. And that way we can keep track of how many units we've got a little bit easier, hopefully. So if we give this a run, we'll see if that works. I think this sprite should be on the top. There it is. So there's 1. Of course, there isn't actually 1 of them. There's 3 of them. So I guess we could mess around with this a little bit. But for the moment, we're going to be working on keeping our units very much separate. So again, to combat this a little bit, in the controller, I think it's the create event. Not the controller event. The tile center, where we spawn the units. Instead of spawning 3, we're just going to spawn 1. So now the 1 that we've put in place does make sense. There is actually 1 of them, and there you can see his ID at the bottom. The reason you might be thinking, well, why have we got rid of units? Well, the reason behind that is because now we've only got 1 unit to worry about. And if we can do unit selection with 1 unit, then doing it with 2 should be easier than doing it with 4. Does that make sense? You know, so if we just want this guy, see, this is the problem with the unit selection. It's obviously not working great. So I think for the moment we'll leave it there. I promise we'll get some unit selection done in the next video. If you like this video, remember to like, subscribe, what you guys want to do, and I'll talk to you in the next one.